All right, we're here having a conversation with Jimmy and Lori Lowe, who are basically the face of probably international sailing and junior sailing in the Bahamas for the longest time. We have so much to thank them for everything they've done, especially in the Sunfish class. So we're gonna have a little interview and ask them a couple of questions about the Sunfish class, about their experiences, because we got a lot of kids interested in sailing Sunfish. They want to travel, they want to experience all kind of interesting things. You guys have done more than most. So you are somewhat the face of the class right now, and I think we have a lot to thank you guys for. So thank you for sitting down with us and just having a quick conversation so more people can learn about what you've done.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'll start with you, Jimmy. A lot of people probably don't know, but you were third in the world in the 1988 World Sunfish Championships.
In Nassau.
In Nassau, behind Donnie, another Bahamian.
Yeah.
So we know from experience in these big fleets, if you're third, you're like one or two races away from the championship. So if you can recall that, I'm sure you can. What was that experience like, and what does it take to compete at that sort of level?
That particular experience was a bit exhilarating and a bit
Distressing?
destructive. Because at the end of the day, you know, I ended up third overall. And Donnie won, and we had an American guy that was second, and I was third. But it required a lot of dedication to training. I actually spent probably 5 days a week on the water. I ended up winning as many or more races than even Donnie did.
Wow.
Only I had a couple low because I was over early. There's one race that I was first overall that I won 4 minutes and 25 seconds ahead of the second boat.
Wow.
So it was a no-brainer as to who the fastest boat in the
No
race was.
kidding.
But those were the things that went along with the. I actually competed in 8 Sunfish World Championships.
Wow.
So far.
So far. Yeah. And you know, those regattas. I've slowed down a little bit now, but meeting the people that we met and forming the relationships and just having a good time and have fun with people, that's what it's all about. And that's why I got into sailing, because when I came back from motor racing in Britain and stuff like that, and I did here, I spent about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years when I got into racing sunfish and snipes and stuff. And I just wanted to give everybody else an opportunity to be able to travel and be accepted as competitors going forward. And that's what I did.
Excellent.
So how long, I can pull out the calculator if I need to, how long have you actually been sailing?
I started I started racing when I was old. I was 30 years old when I started racing. And I had just come back from the UK. I spent almost 9 months there, fooling with motor racing. That was Formula 3. Getting back to Nassau, I ended up having a place on Montague Beach. A lot of people don't know where Montague Beach Hotel was then, but Montague Beach Hotel. And my father and I had a rental outfit there. We had sunfish, we had some Hobie cats, and we had some motorboats. And the way I got into racing when I came back was that John Dunkley and Pierre Sigenthaler had just come back from Martinique. Pierre was first overall in the Sunfish Worlds. John was third. And they were sailing out of the Sailing Club. And I was on the beach then. I wasn't even at the yacht club. I was on the beach. And they persuaded me to come out and race with them. in the Sunfish.
Yeah.
And I went out there and we had 2 races. And I ended up first. They ended up second and third. Because this can't be that difficult.
Yeah.
And that's how I got in
Wow.
the Sunfish.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The first time, and the first regatta, the first major regatta, the World Championship, I did was in Miami in 1995. Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive.
So that's where it went. And I've competed in 8 Sunfish World Championships.
Yeah.
I don't regret any of it at all, right?
And your last one was only like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the change in what has happened in the last 4 or 5 years, and the quality of the people that are now sailing the Sunfish Worlds is on a different level than they were 6 or 8 years ago.
Right.
And they specialize in it.
Yeah.
They train for it time in, time out, time in, time out. And it is a big difference. I can tell you that the last Worlds that we were at in Miami, we didn't do really good. I was here, Gavin McKinney was here, Lori was here. Lori actually wasn't doing too good, so the guy who had a major problem in his boat, Lori offered.
No. Let's start again, okay?
Okay.
So we woke up the last morning of the regatta. We are the geriatric team at the Worlds. Our youngest team members are 55.
Yeah.
At that point, I was the top woman who wasn't like under the age of 30 or
Right.
a hardcore
Yeah.
sunfish sailor. Oh, sound like a guy. He wake up in the morning and he says, "Honey, I don't think we need to sail today." And I said, I think I can go with that program because, this is a world championship, but we're paying our own way, so we're not relying on anybody. Nobody's telling us what to do. We don't feel obliged. It was a really hardcore regatta. I had actually damaged my shoulder the day after or the week after I registered for the event. So there was absolutely no training. So we woke up that last morning and he says, maybe we don't need to sail today. I said, I can play that game. So we get to the site and there's a guy there and he's
in the running.
He's in the, well, I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
But they're trying to fix the boat because he's blown the hiking strap out the cockpit. And I look at the repair job they've done, and I'm like, don't think that's going to work.
Yeah.
And he gets in and he does a couple of whomps like a laser sailor might do, and it blows out.
On the hard now.
On the hard?
He's
And I said,
sitting on the
Yeah.
dolly and
He
just
fell on the
pumping.
ground.
yeah, and he did 2 pumps and it blew out. And I said, I have a boat you can use.
Yeah.
He says, huh? I said, well, I'm not sailing today. It's too much. I'm too old. I'm not having fun. I came to have fun before I came to win. So I'm not sailing. He says, anything wrong with your boat? I said, no. So he says, let me check it out.
Yeah.
So he sailed my boat. That's the guy who won the event.
Nice.
So this is what we like about sailboat racing, right? And probably more in the Sunfish class because it is not an Olympic class. Most sailboaters are good people, I think. People who sail and race competitively in sailboats.
But this guy won the world championship.
Yeah, he won the world,
with
yeah.
the boat that you loaned him.
And that was his 3rd consecutive win, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know, but I still didn't know
Yeah.
who he was. It didn't matter.
Anyway,
It's cool.
Well, piggybacking off of his question, how long have you been sailing?
So I sailed as a kid in Nassau. The clubs had the summer school, 2 weeks. I did that a couple of years. Didn't like it because it was Sunfish and I was having to crew for a guy who had temper tantrums. But when I was 13, I happened to be in Nassau and there was a big international regatta, and this guy who was not a very good sailor, but he was interested in sailing and a good, you know,
Interested in socializing.
interested in socializing,
Let's face it,
but he
yeah.
came to sail. So we kind of sail. So he said, "Well, you want to sail?" And it was in the Snipes. And I got in the boat with him, and so that was I was 13 years old, and within a year I was sailing international regattas. I sailed the Pan Am Games when I was 17, and yeah, but the big events, yeah, they get you there, but that's not why you sail. You sail for the relationships. You sail for the people you meet. You sail. I've been all over the world, and in the snipe class, I drank that Kool-Aid long ago. The snipe class is the class motto is serious sailing, serious fun. In the Atlanta Olympics, there were more snipe sailors than any other class.
Wow.
Because the snipe is not in the games, but it's a hard boat to sail. And if you can sail it well, you can sail anything. So I've been sailing since I was 13.
In 2 weeks, we go to Chile.
Yeah.
They go to the World Master Championships. And they have 51 boats registered already.
This is for snipes, correct?
Snipes.
Yes.
Snipes.
So I don't think we're going to do very well because we haven't been training.
No, but
No
you know,
training.
most of those people are friends of ours.
Yeah.
That we've made an acquaintance with them over the years. And it's just like it being homecoming.
Yeah.
But the serious sailing, serious fun, still exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's like regatta, right? So when we do regatta, Bahamian sloop regatta, people in the rest of the world don't really get this, but regatta is homecoming.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a combination between a family reunion, but it's an excuse to have a good time with friends that you like and people from your community, making your community better. And the sailing is there. And the snipe class is like that.
Yeah.
Snipe class
So-
is like that.
Dallas, if we could go back to your original question, there's a long ways back that what we've been dealing with. We do it for the fun of having met people and deal with people and make friends, and I wanted to have all our kids be privy to that,
Yeah.
and they can go and make friends and
Yeah.
when you get on the race course, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But when you come ashore, everybody's just having fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's where I came from, I can tell you that.
Yeah, and I've only been to one Sunfish Worlds, and that was last year. And I could already see that the Sunfish community is a very, very fun and engaging community. It's not super intense. Everyone's there to race and have a good time, but everyone knew each other. Everyone was talking like they were old pals. Probably most of them have sailed against each other for 20 years. They bring their campers. They camp out for the week. So I mean, I know there's a lot of people that probably look down on the Sunfish class as a non-competitive class, or it's not an Olympic class, so why bother with it if you can't go to the Olympics or whatever. But you could still represent the Bahamas at other games around the world. You could still travel around the world to Sunfish regattas. You can still go to the Worlds every year. You can still race competitively. So what would you say to people that are considering not giving Sunfish a chance because they don't think that it's a competitive class? You guys have been sailing Sunfish a long time.
That's absolute nonsense.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. I mean, I told you earlier I did 8 Sunfish World Championships. In Nassau, I ended up with 4 first places, finishes in Abaco. We had a World Championships in the Sunfish, and I ended up with 3 first places there. Place in northern Florida that we went to, and what was it? Can't quite remember the name of it. But I had 2 first places there, and my son Jody actually sailed there. and he got the youngest competitor. He was 12 years old.
Wow.
Did you guys get to sail in that together?
Yeah. That's
See?
Yeah.
That's
There's
cool.
hope for the Knowles family. A bucket list item I would love to see is the four of us competing in one regatta.
So
I'll be at the dead last.
We had
Okay.
restrictions. They didn't want him to sail. And I said, listen, he had just won the the national junior championships in Montague Bay. And I said, I know him. He's capable.
Yeah.
He's not going to let us down.
Yeah.
And he didn't finish last in any race he went
Right.
into. You know what I mean? He wasn't at the beginning, but it's just things like that you remember.
well,
know?
you guys went to Texas last year
And you're going
with a
through
group
that,
of youth sailors. So don't forget, right? What was it? 2023. We had the geriatric crew from the Bahamas at the Worlds, and in 2024 we had
youngest
the
ever.
youngest ever team. So
in Texas.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Drake Knowles won the youngest competitor.
Yep.
But you guys, your kids and these were all out island kids. It was fantastic. To me, this is what you guys did was fantastic. We sent the youngest team ever from the Bahamas to a Sunfish Worlds, and they were all out island kids. So it's and the youngest one did well, maybe not the best.
Alvin was like
Alvin
30th
too.
overall.
Yeah,
He was the top one, so that's not too bad out of 100 boats. Yeah, they did very well.
They did very well.
But Dallas, let me ask you a question now. I mean, I know you guys have been dedicated to sailing, and probably your kids have put you on a pedestal that they want you to see what's going on and what's happening, and not only with Sunfish sailing, but with the Family Island Regatta. You've been one of the main people that taking care of what's going on. The Sunfish class here, where would you like to see it go?
We definitely want to stay engaged with it. Tamara is the new fleet captain, so we do want to be heavily involved in the class to make sure that it survives, not only in Exuma, but in the Bahamas. We don't want to see it die out. And one of our goals is to take a team to Sunfish Worlds every year consistently for the next several years. Like, I don't see why
As long as they
we...
don't overlap with Best of the Best.
Yeah.
That's
Happening
the
this
problem.
year.
That's the
Yeah,
problem is
not a team from Exuma, but a team of the best, probably 5 Bahamian Sunfish sailors every year. We'd love to see them represented every year at Worlds and hopefully get better and better until maybe one day we can have another world champion in Sunfish. It is extremely competitive. You're right. There's young hotshots from South America
It has
sailing this
changed,
class
yeah.
now, and it is very difficult
so-
to get to the front.
So don't forget, right? The boat is in the CAC Games and the Pan Am Games. And these are effectively the Olympics for most of the Caribbean nations
Yeah.
in any sport. So we've just qualified in both the male and female Sunfish in the Sunfish for the next event.
Yeah.
So this is a boat to keep. So you want to know if we should keep the Sunfish and we should support the Sunfish? Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a great boat. It's just because it's not an Olympic boat doesn't mean that it's not something that will get us there.
Yeah.
And we got to keep people engaged and make sure that we get to the CAC Games and the Pan Am Games and get some medals.
Yeah, and I mean, I know a lot of kids, they think, well, I have to go to the Olympics one day. That's the ultimate dream, go to the Olympics. And yes, it's a good dream, but it's so difficult to get to the Olympics.
Less than half of
so difficult.
yeah,
Would you
yeah.
rather?
Minuscule.
Yeah.
I mean, and just to qualify in the Olympics, I mean, most people can't even do it, but you could spend your whole life trying that, or you could sail other classes and you can travel the world and you can represent the Bahamas. You can sail in high-level, top-level regattas against very, very good competition, and you can become a better, well-rounded sailor, and you can meet incredible people. So I just
take
encourage
it.
kids, don't be so laser-focused on the top 0.5%.
Yeah.
Enjoy what you can do for the childhood that you have, because once you're out of youth sailing, it really is difficult to stay in it, to find the time to train, the time to travel, and when you're young and you have all the time in the world and the energy in the world, that's when you really just need to have a good time and travel and experience some great things.
Yeah.
In
And-
1996, I went to the Olympics as a coach,
In Atlanta.
right? That in Atlanta. That was the last
Open Olympics.
Open Olympics where you didn't have to qualify
Right.
to go to represent the Bahamas or represent a country.
And Mr. Dunkley sailed for us.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
In 2000,
2020.
2000,
2000, yeah.
then you went forward where you had to go through an elimination process
Yeah.
to get to go to the Olympics. And to win a world championship in any one of those classes
Yeah.
was by far more difficult
Yeah.
than going to the Olympics,
Yeah.
where you're going to end up at the back of the
Well,
the
you know,
track
take
anyway, you know?
take the
because
Olympics.
in the Olympics, they had 15 boats out of 38 countries.
Yeah. Yeah.
And only 15 boats registered or qualify to go to the Olympics and go for the gold.
World Championship, you got hundreds.
You got
No,
100.
yeah.
Yeah, you got 100.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different game. Getting to the Olympics and qualifying for the Olympics is half the battle. But really, the best thing about sailing to me is that it's a lifelong sport,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? So I'm still sailing against the kids. He's still sailing against the kids. I won the Sunfish Nationals 2 years ago.
First female, right?
First female, but like I'm over 50 and I won the Sunfish Nationals. Oh,
Bahamas,
sometimes
yeah,
you get lucky. I mean, you know, if it's blowing 18, I'm not going to be in the game because
Right.
I'm not fit. I don't have the fitness level. But you know, that's the beauty of sailing, that you can get 80-year-olds and 8-year-olds and we can all sail against each other.
Yeah.
And it's a sport forever.
Yeah.
That's a perfect explanation of Lori and I in 2 weeks' time, we leave from Nassau to go to Chile for the World Masters Championship in the snipe class.
And you're going to be
And they
a
have
what
51 boats.
exalted master? Is that what
Yeah,
your
he's
class is
exalted
called? The
grandmaster.
75 plus?
Exalted
Oh,
Grand
yeah.
Master.
Yeah,
We'll be pulling for you guys for sure. Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah,
We're gonna-
absolutely.
We're going to meet friends that we haven't seen in 20 or 30 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
Great
these
time.
are friends
they're
that we've
still
known.
friends.
These are friends that we've known for 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Anyway.
That's the beauty.
Well, I'm still relatively new to the Bahamas,
Yeah.
meaning I've only been here the last 20 years-ish,
Yeah.
almost. But when I came on the scene, I started hearing Jimmy and Lori, Jimmy and Lori, Jimmy and Lori. And I'm like, who are these people? I don't know. We have swimmers in our family, so
Yeah, yeah,
and I know Sir Durwood and all that, but I started hearing y'all's names more and more, and we've seen you guys.
You
I
know I'm
love-
family to them too?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that you guys are out there together. Obviously, you can see we like to work
Yeah,
together.
yes, that's a joy.
It's something that speaks to my heart for sure. But this year, we decided to name the floating trophy for the Sunfish Championship after you guys and in your honor.
Wow.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
So, a lot of times these awards get named later on in life when people may not be here
Yeah,
to
he's
enjoy
good.
it.
Yeah, he's good.
But we wanted to do it for you guys because we want you to know what you've meant to the sport, especially Sunfish, the Sunfish class specifically, but also to all the kids that you guys have helped get to the various levels that they've all gotten to.
Well,
But we love the fact that you guys are doing it together. So what does it mean to you to have this award in your honor, but also something that is kind of a legacy that you are already leaving for so many people?
Okay, so for me, I'm really honored. I don't do this for where it gets me. I do this where it gets the kids. Sailing has changed my life. I think sailing changes lives. I think it takes people and teaches them to be in control of themselves. For me, it changes lives. So if I can help more people do this, that's what it means to me. I don't know. I don't know how to better say it.
I could tell you that it's quite a surprise to me.
You can tell them about this.
You guys have earned it. You
Yeah.
have earned it. You have earned it.
This is not what I was hoping for when we did what we did for sailing.
Yeah.
And Sir David always came up with a never give up. And from 2005 to present, my whole life has been dedicated to youth sailing, not advanced sailing, not youth sailing. And I wanted them to have the same options that I had to be able to travel abroad,
Right.
because there's no way that anything else you do in life could fill the gap of traveling
No better education than
and
traveling.
education.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that can even come close to that.
Yeah.
So if I've accomplished that in my lifestyle, I feel that I've done something to help the Bahamas.
And you certainly have, and we appreciate you
Absolutely.
guys. And we wouldn't be here having a junior championship if it wasn't for the groundwork that you guys paved.
And
paved.
you
So-
guys,
I-
you
you know-
guys, and you guys are doing a lot
Yeah.
too to help.
I went
Keep
to
the
one of your kids today, and his
Was he
number
the one I got
says
onto for
19,
working
yeah.
you hard on his rig?
And I made a few,
Minor adjustments.
Yeah.
adjustments for him, and he didn't know who I was.
Yeah.
Right? And I said, you're really tight on the up oar, you're really tight on. I said, we just got to. So he listened, and he came back with a big smile on his face, and he said, I like it. That pays me. That pays me. I don't need, and money can't buy that.
No, exactly.
That pays me.
Yeah.
And he came back and he said, yeah, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
All right. Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank you
We're
very
looking forward to some great competition this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
If you're around,
Absolutely.
it's going to be right here in Elizabeth Harbor, Saturday and Sunday. It's the Junior Bahamas National Championships. We've got sailors from Long Island, Exuma, and Nassau all here competing for the title. So it's going to be really intense. We can't say who it's going to be. We had some practicing today, and it was so close we can't tell who's really ahead of who. So come
Fantastic.
out, watch the races. Gray's Media is going to be broadcasting live as usual with the drones and the commentary from Tanaj Manos. So really come out and enjoy, support the kids. And you never know where sailing is going to take you. But this weekend, let it take you to Elizabeth Harbor.
Yeah.
Hold it.